Howdy, folks. We're going to be working over here in Barstow Yard tonight. Need to get this local out of here, and then I've got a bunch of trains sitting over there waiting to be humped. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. I need to look and see. This is the LOP53. Let me go look that up on my spreadsheet. That's headed out to Mojave. So it's going that way. So the head of the train is going that way. So we need the Paramount track on the front of the train, which is going to be that one. Oh, I think I added PPG. Is PPG not in my config? Flew right past that. I think that was an industry I accidentally skipped. Yeah, these all need to be shuffled down one. What a pain in the butt. Alright, well, let's do that. Fix it, and it'll be done. So any unknown cars go in track 1. So that's why the PPG cars are in there. Actually, PPG needs to be this one. There we go. Save to disk. Beautiful. So that's fixed. Get chat back over here. So those are swapped right now. I need to grab. Yeah, Paramount's first and that. I just need to remember that those are reversed right now because my hump config was slightly wrong. And then we need to grab those last because that needs to be the head of the train and it's going that direction. All right, so we just need to work left to right if we're looking towards the hump. And we'll stick that on track. Easy peasy. These locos set up here. Should be good. Connect up to MUs. I don't have my rail driver tonight, so let me turn that off. Just using the keyboard. Oh, I can't remember how to slide over. There we go. And then you can go to run, and you need to be short hood lead. Alright, we'll pump some air. I think this one should be, yeah, it's already set up. It just needs gen field on. I think everything else should be good. No, it looks like it's not in. Oops. It needs to be in run. There we go. And it is in short hood trail. There we go. Now we're pumping. And get our headlight on. So these switches are all manual throws. But we're going to grab left to right, so we can basically just throw all these, and we'll just have to close them as we move down the tracks. Oh, no, we need to go to this guy first. Whee! We'll go to fly mode. Alright, we're getting good air on here. Let's go ahead and release independent. Like that switch works. Alright, Paramount, yep, that should be alright. And then progress rail was on the end. You go back that way. Alright, let me get my HUD up here. We're going to be playing conductor most of the time. So we can go ahead and come on back. I'm going to set up a couple save positions here. That'll be it. First track. Let me get back there easy. Well, we're going to come on back and hook up to old Burley Northern here. They shouldn't have, yeah, they shouldn't have any air on them at all. I just like blowing the horn. It's fun. There we go. So then these, are these loaded? They are loaded. Just debating. Are these all loaded? Yeah, the vast majority of them are loaded, so we should pump air. Or we'll be hurting trying to stop. So, I'm going to hook up all the air hoses by pushing F7 instead of walking the whole train, because I'm lazy. But we do need to, is it this button? There we go. I do need to close up the ankle cock back here. We can start getting some air in the train here. Alright, so that one is open. Notch forward to start pumping air. Now, the nice thing about Run 8 is if you don't want to do like all that, you can just push buttons and cheat your way to full air. Just like I could have walked the whole train hooking up air hoses, but for that case, I used the F7 cheat. We're looking at for daytime. Let's go to system time. Almost sunset. Let's knock it back like an hour or so. There we go. And maybe getting close to sunset. No, let's just go real time. If it gets too dark, I can always turn it back. Alright, flow's down, so not the rest of the way. How are we looking here? Looking pretty good. Alright, let's hop in the cab for brake test. Actually, let's release all the handbrakes. The slack run out. Remember my keyboard keys. And let's put a 10-pound set on. I'll try to already had the local brakes on. Forgot. Doesn't look like I got any air back in the train. Did I do something wrong? Probably. Yeah, I've done something wrong. Did I forget to open these up? No, these are open. You're open. You're open. Were we not as pumped up with air as I thought we were? We were not. Okay. That's why. We need more air. Alright, well in that case, I should have put the brakes back on. Yeah, that's the hand brakes. So let's release. We didn't have enough air in there for the brakes to work. What is this? Some kind of railroad simulator that actually works? And we got full pressure back here. Oh, the reservoirs haven't filled up yet. That's why. These were completely empty because they were humped. Gotta wait for these reservoirs to charge up so there's enough differential to apply and release the brakes. So we got 70 back there. These are all, yeah, they're all about charging up about the same. All right. I got a little too anxious. Hey, Big Chris, welcome. Good evening to you as well. We're just charging up air. We're putting together a local to clear the hump yard so we can start humping trains. We got a bunch of trains over there in the receiving yard. So we're gonna assemble this local, shove it into a track, and get to humping. There we go. Now the reservoirs are coming up. 42. That's the answer. Any Douglas Adams fans in the house? There we go. Now we're looking a lot better. I bet we could actually probably get a brake application now. Field independent. There we go. All right. 10-pound set. Dale the locos. Hey, look at that. When you actually charge air up into the system, the brakes work. Who'd have thunk it? Now another 10 pounds. Looking good. Where do I spawn in my 0611. Oh, get out of here, Nat. I don't spawn them in. I have my AI traffic generation set up so that there's some of the trains are tagged for industries as appropriate. And then I build my locals here in Barstow, like we're doing tonight. If that's what you're asking. Alright, let's pop down here and we'll watch her roll by. Watch that terrible anti-aliasing at work. It's kind of icky. Oh, I'd have to go look at my AI config. I don't know. I don't really know the railroad well enough. They're coming from both, I think it's Bakersfield M2 and Needles is the main places they come from. So they're coming from both ends. Alright, then we go back one track. So if I look at my, let's see, is it Shift F2? Yeah. So if I look at spawn points, I believe Bakersfield M2. Yeah, Bakersfield's M2. We've got back bar, black bar, mod bar, rice bar. Those are all tagged and coming in. And then there might be some elsewhere, but I think the other one is... No, not Needles. Is it Yermo? Mixed freight. No, where's... It's coming in... Is it Seiko? Maybe it's Seiko. A few come in from some other spot. I'd say the majority there are coming from Needles, main one. Or sorry, Bakersfield M2. Is it Needles? I already looked there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Needles and Bakersfield M2. So Bell Bar, Gal Bar are also coming in. There might be one other spot, but Needles main one and Bakersfield M2. And I believe I got that config from the depot. I might be using their config. It's been a long time since I've messed with that. Is that what you were asking? So I'm pretty sure I started with the depot's configs. I may have changed something, but that was so long ago. And I just used my V2 configs when V3 came out. Pretty sure. So I've got my stuff set up pretty much to match the depot because they've got such great resources as far as like symbols and everything. But I may have had to turn on the tag for industries, because I don't think they use that. Alright, we're pushing uphill. Can I just slow down with the loco brakes? We might try that. And I don't know a whole lot about real railroading, so I'm going to be no help there. As far as like the routing and stuff. Specific terrains. I just kind of picked locals that looked like they were fun and could be done in a reasonable amount of time, and that's the ones I work with. Alright, set and centered. Now we're hooked up to all these guys, so let's go ahead and hook up all the air hoses. And then we're gonna save my position. I'm gonna bebop down to the end of the terrain. Make sure that angle cock's closed. Bebop back up to here. You work around it all day, and then you come home and do it on run 8. Yeah, you're going to be way more knowledgeable on the terrains and stuff than I am. Alright, now we'll pump up some air on this cut. That's going to be pretty heavy. We've got all these tankers. We've got a big old load of pipe there. Got some coil steel. 2 gondolas with coil steel. Yeah, but she's going to be heavy. I am going to go ahead and release the parking brakes. That's another thing you can walk down and do manually, but I'm just going to use the button. Had a little bit of settle, but not too bad. You can use a rail driver for work. That would be a trick. Be kind of cool if you had one of those, what are they called, RCUs, or the little pack. If you got one of those, like used off eBay or something, and made it run 8, that would be pretty cool. I know one guy on the depot forums has built like a whole SD40-2 control stand and is using it. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's hop back into cab. Flow's coming down. We are released. Bob's excited as always. RCO, there you go. We were down towards downtown St. Louis a while back, and I saw there were signs there around the railroad tracks warning motorists that remote locomotives were in use. I guess they use them down in there. Alright, let's do a set and release, make sure these are actually going to work. I'm going to do about a 15-pound set. I may have to do a full suppression and release. Of course, I may have not waited long enough. We may not have enough air in the reservoirs. Yeah, we probably don't. So we're not getting any breaks in that new half. Alright, let her charge back up. We'll keep pumping air into it. Oh yeah, yeah, the reservoirs are still pretty low. Let's see, while that's pumping, let me go, I need to get my pump units set up. See, I think, yeah, I already pulled the power off of this guy. Right? Oh, I already got that. I forgot I already hooked them up. They are here, ready to go. So never mind. Forgot I did that on lunch break the other day. Do we have any trains coming this way? No, because I forgot to turn auto on. Auto, get to work. Let's get some trains rolling. Cool, so the humpers are ready to go. And actually, I think I need to delete that pair back there. Is that 202? Yeah, that's 202. I forgot I had this extra copy of those. Those need to go bye-bye. Doink. Never even happened. You see nothing. Now we got some air in the reservoirs. Probably even get a brakes to release. Let's try this again. There we go. Now we're getting application through the whole train. Cool. I'm going to charge back up. Back trackside. Downhill, so we don't have to give it very much throttle. Brakes are starting to kick in. Gonna make it past the switch. Uh-oh. Little tug. Beautiful. Look at that. Doesn't happen very often. Me lining something up right. Alright, and then this is our new position 2. Bring her on back. Push a little harder. There we go. I guess at some point these lights should come on. The lighting is pretty good in Run 8. The graphics are a little bit simplistic, but the lighting is really good. Alright, we'll all settle down. And just for funsies, I'll actually go connect all the air hoses on this one. A little tight back in here. Oops. Come here. No, come here. I was clicking on that car behind me. It's easy to do. Oh, I turned my flashlight on by accident. I was like, what's that spot? Come on. Nope, click on that. There you go. I didn't really notice the angle cock is red until you connect them up. I already hear a train coming, finally. We're on the main somewhere. Yeah, at least it's not buffers and links and stuff. How's it going, AppDaff? Welcome. Alright, close that off. Then I should be able to go back to my save position. And we'll get some air in the train. Yeah, I never really understood the buffers and chain. I never really looked into that. It didn't look like it would work very well, but I mean, I guess it does because I use it. I guess the buffers just are spring-loaded. Gonna be getting dark soon. Alright, reservoirs are starting to fill. Let's go to the other end of the train. Got 82 on the brake pipe, but we're still filling reservoirs. This is the LOP53 Big Chris, so it'll be heading to Mojave Yard. And then out from there. It runs out of Mojave. Didn't have a lot. It didn't have continuous brakes. Fun. That makes railroading exciting. So it takes a lot longer for these humped cars to pump up, because when you're humping them, they're completely bled out. So the auxiliary reservoir and the emergency reservoir are all empty. So the brake pipe has to charge up, and then all these reservoirs in every car are filling off the brake pipe. So we're shoving air in there like there's no tomorrow. Watch this train roll by. You got one heading out to West Colton. Yeah, I don't have that route, so I guess they would just go off the end of my rails. They had brake vans. Oh yeah, I think I've heard of that. I don't know a whole lot about European railroading, even less than I know about North American railroading. We're looking on there. Flow rate's getting down there, so we're getting close. Do a little rail fanning while we pump air. You get 9 power units on there, Chris? Dang. That's cool. We got a gondola full of scrap there. Very nice. That's from one of the freight packs I bought. I think that bulkhead with the pipes is too. I think I have all the mixed freight skin packs, because that's pretty much what I deal with. That's a long train. Another one coming this way? Yeah, another one coming down there. Got some power bringing up the rear here. I'm gonna try to run it on Saturday. Sounds like a monster if you've got 9 locos on it. There they go. Alright, let's get back over to where we're supposed to be. How are we looking here, train? Alright, I think we can actually move now. So let's hop in the cab. Do one 15-pound reduction and see how we do. I forgot I don't have to bail because I got the independence on. It's looking pretty good. A little softer set on the back just because the reservoirs are still not quite full. Looks good to me. How many cars is this? 30 cars so far. Be quite a train heading out to Mojave. Oh, you can try out some DPU action. It's kind of cool. I've ran some big road trains over like Cajon and stuff, and you got to use DPU and fence them in and out and change power settings sometimes. It can be kind of fun. All right, let's ease on out of here. Probably just coast downhill. Just take forever to get started. Had some vacuum brakes. Interesting. Let's not get too excited here, train. How many cars have I got back there? Try to get this timed right. There's another train. Containers. I really like having auto, the automatic dispatcher. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put 15 pounds on. I hope we can get stopped in time. Let's bebop down to our switch here. You know, I should have double checked. Yeah, I left these all thrown, so, I mean, they're all normalized after we did that work back in the old yard, so just double checking. Always good to know where your road power's going. Yeah, a little too much brake. Oops. Can I move this downhill? I mean, we got 15 pounds on. Can I move it downhill? Can I just drag it 3 or 4 cars? Management's not looking, right? No, she doesn't want to budge. Alright, fine. We'll take the brakes off. We'll just let her ease forward. I thought I reset my switch position. I didn't. I'm actually not as far away as I thought. Clunk. About 40 pounds on the Independence. I think we'll come to a stop. Train's getting long. I can barely hear the loco. Come on, Jeeps. Shove. Alright, so save that as my switch position. Come back over here and save that as my hookup position. Uh-oh. Something bad happened. Did I pick a switch? Did I run over a switch that's thrown the wrong direction? Something bad happened. Should have put on... Okay, I put on all the handbrakes. I have to start using my flashlight. What did I screw up? Ah, I screwed up here. This switch was thrown. I checked all that and I missed that one. Okay, well that's fun. So that train went over there. It finally stretched the air hose and it broke, and then it tripped the emergency. So we got to undo that little screw up. Oh, brother. So I gotta bleed the train, don't I? Okay. Well, let's hop in the cab. So I need to do full application. Let it set for 60 seconds. I think that's full application. Train brakes. Yeah. Yeah, noob alert. What they call noob engineers? Piglets? Something like that. Noob alert. Bob is ashamed. Sorry, Bob. I'll turn my flashlight off. Quit shining in the face. We'll get some lights in the cab here. It's getting a little dark. So the PCS. I don't remember what PCS stands for. Yeah, there it goes. After 60 seconds, it starts flashing. Then you can release, and then it will start recharging. But the problem we have is now the whole train has the brakes applied. Alright, let's go back here to the problem. So we need to close this guy off. We can get air in that part of the train. So probably the thing to do is unhook here. And we'll just pull these two cars back on the right rails, and then I won't have to bleed the entire train to recharge it. I need to bleed these two cars. So we'll bleed those two out so they don't have any brakes applied. I thought I closed that. Ruh-roh. I closed the wrong one. Maybe I was hallucinating when I closed that. Alright, we should be able to roll forward and get these cars back on the track. Let me get a little screenshot of my little snafu here. Alright, independents are off. Handbrake's coming off. That should just roll downhill. It's all confused now. Looks like it's connected, maybe? And then once that truck's off the points... No, I want to click on that. There you go. Okay, let's try that again. We'll get hooked back up here. Nothing derailed, it just broke the air hose apart. I like that there's that much detail in the game, though. Luckily, we weren't going very fast, so when it dumped emergency, everything just stopped. Okay, so now we need to connect that back up. And then we can... I swear I closed that. I'm getting turned around with my boxcars. That's why. I'm dumb. Don't pay any attention to me, chat. All right, so we should be all good now, right? Everybody happy? Pretty good. You guys are connected normally now, looks like. Yourselves all straightened out. All right, flashlight off, back in the cab. We're probably gonna have to do an apply and set to get the brakes reset, I think. Unless I didn't get something hooked up right. Did I miss an ankle cock somewhere? That's kind of what it's looking like. Yeah, it's looking like I missed an ankle cock. Let's bebop back here. Everything back there should be okay. We were only messing with this stuff. Actually, I think I read somewhere... Oh, this one's closed. That'll explain it. There may be bugs after these are broken apart. I don't know if they fixed that or not. Okay, there we go. Now we're pumping air through the whole train. Now if I ring my... Yeah, there we go. That was it. I forgot that ankle cock. What a mess. Yeah, I checked all these, but I somehow missed that one. Back over there. Alright, so if I go back to my original switch point, which was here? Yeah, we were trying to back up to here. When it all went sideways. Another container freight rolling through. Oops. That was still a notch too. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Wasn't sure we were going to make that connection. Alright, I'm going to use the air hose cheat. Oh, I need to go down to the end of the terrain, close that, so we don't blow all our air out the end of the terrain. Alright, let's go ahead and release all these handbrakes. Not really any forces in the train there, it just kind of didn't do anything. Hey, the brake pipe is pretty much up to pressure. All the reservoirs got to fill, though, like I was saying. That's the time-consuming part on these humped drains. So we got a lot of east. But is that east or south? It might be southbound. I'm not sure. Oh, no, east. No, that's departure yard. Never mind. I guess you just have to know which way is which, but I don't actually know. It might be south to Needles. As far as railroad south. These say east-west, though, so maybe it is east. I don't know. Anyway, they're headed that way. Yeah, the lights are on. They're not super bright, though. How are we looking? We got 83 on the brake pipe, and the reservoirs are about a third full. This is going to be one heck of a train. Is this going to be too much to go out there? We still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We still got 6 cuts, although some of them are not very big. It's going to be a little bit of a train heading out that direction. What are we up to as far as power goes? What was that? We're still, even with the 2 Jeep 40s on there, we're at 1.4, so that's not bad. 4,200 tons. 2,100 feet. 37 cars. I don't know what that little pocket of air up there at the front of the train's all about. There we go. We're getting close to where we can actually release. Alright, I'm going to release the loco brakes. This should start easing downhill. Theory. Or not. Okay, we'll give her a little nudge. So we went from 0.4 to 0.26. Grade's evening out a little bit down there. I want to put them on too early. I'm only going 5 mile an hour. Yeah, let's pick up speed. Alright, let's get the initial set on. Starting to slow. Got high-vis strips on them. Alright, here we go. Back to the next track. Alright, so that's going to be my number 1 position. This is going to be my number 2. Got 3 notches of power on. Should start easing back as the brakes release on the cars. There we go. This mile per hour, of course, is the engine's speed. We're pushing up a 0.4% grades. Takes a fair bit of power. Now that this train has gotten pretty long. Let the slack settle out. I'm going to release the handbrakes on the cut we just picked up. A bit of slack running in there. And connect the air hoses. So we need to go to this end of the train. Same old routine. And back to this position. Partially open that angle cock. So for those that don't know, if you open that all the way, there's a good possibility that so much air will rush out of this part of the train over to here that the emergency system will trip, thinking there's a broken air hose. And then the whole train dumps air, and you got to go through what we went through earlier when I pulled the train apart. All right, a couple notches to pump air, and then we gotta wait. There's only like 5 cars though. Shouldn't take too awful long. The reservoirs are filling up. What do you think about the nighttime? You like the nighttime, or you want me to pop it back to daytime? Got those open. We should have enough braking action on the rest of the train. We can just go ahead and roll this forward. Get some brakes applied and hopefully we'll come to a stop. Yeah, I'll put this last part. It's applying fine. Oops. There we go. Uh-oh. No, don't stop. There you go. Drag her on out of here. Come on. Yeah, that was a little cheeky. We got the job done. Wait, no, that's position 1. Rinse and repeat. We're almost there. We got some little shortcuts here. They don't take nearly as long. I don't think these yard lights are bright enough. It knots forward just to get moving. Just creep it on back. I don't want to do anything too fast. Use a lot of air. Come on, train, you can do it. I guess there's only 2 cars. I could have hooked up the arrows without hitting the cheat key. All right, you close you off. And we can just let this roll out of here. We just picked up 2 cars. Got more than enough effective braking. Out of curiosity, where's the front of our train? Okay, we're not even down to the corner yet, so we're good. Oops, let me just double check these switches. Actually, we want to go to Old Yard. When we get down this far. And we got all kinds of room now. Oh shoot, we're rolling at 8 miles an hour too. Wasn't paying attention. It's a bad thing to not pay attention running a train. Bye, train. See you later. What a dummy. Nope, stay bailed off. There you go. I think everything's equalized now. Alright, so that's our switch position. And this is our couple up position. And we need to back the train up. Brakes are still releasing, so it's a little reluctant to move. It is starting to come back, though. Let's just hop on the stirrup. Kind of peaceful here at night. few trains coming. Unit grain train heading through right now. Looks like grain anyway. Let off a little too much throttle. When I'm backing up, I try to keep it around 3 or 4 miles an hour, and then I can use this grade to help us stop, rather than having to use the brakes. Oh, don't stop. Pushing some slack. There you go. This train's getting really heavy. Yeah, we're down to 1.2 horsepower per ton. There's our car. Uh-oh. No, no, no. Don't stop right there. Shove her on home. There you go. And closing cock. This few cars, the flow rate's not too bad, so we can go ahead and open it up. Yeah, looking good. We've got more than enough braking power. And the rest of the train, so again, we'll just let it, hopefully let it start rolling forward. Yeah, we're gonna need a little nudge. I hear the slack coming. Whoa, the engine's actually moving backwards. There's a lot. There's a lot happening up there. I'm not being a very good engineer. There you go. Let's roll on out of here. We're almost done building this train. Back to the next one. Alright, you're my save number 1. You're my save number 2. They're notch 3, and hopefully it'll start coming back as the brakes release. Alright, so I'm tired of switching in the dark. Let's roll this back. There we go. My eyes! Well, you know, move, train. Need some knots 4, huh? Alright. We got a bunch more loaded tanker cars. Train's not getting any lighter. That paint scheme looks familiar. I should be looking over here, though. That's what I should be doing. I just slammed into that at like 5 miles an hour. Release all the handbrakes. Get the air hoses connected up. It's getting a little repetitive, but we're almost done. All this movement here, that was just the slack running in. The engines weren't moving. Close that off. I think we're good to open that all the way. So the engines are moving, kind of. Oh, they were moving. Should probably put some brakes on this so they're not slamming around quite so much. Really? 20 pounds is enough to hold them? I guess it was. Now this time we have to go back to this track because these are sorted backwards. Which is now fixed in my Hump config. All right. Brakes back on, 15 pounds. That ought to stop that eventually. Is loaded? Yep. All right, train has stopped. I think, Bob, I'm gonna start moving. Not quite. Give another shove. Yeah, I think we're gonna build a knots for it. All right, back to conductor view. A big old tall boxcar, isn't it? Nope, not that. Yeah, there we go. All right, brake pipe looks good. Reservoirs are filling. Beautiful. As the train gets longer and heavier, it gets harder and harder to judge when to put the brakes on. I'm going to do initial set. I'm going to stop past that. I think that might work. We'll stop eventually. Okay, 4 notches. Give her all the amps. Don't forget to throw that switch. Last cut of cars. Finally, we have this thing assembled. Then I need to find a track to stick it in. I wonder if I could just stick it in the old yard and have the AI get it out of there. I'll look into that. It'd be easier just to roll down there and stick it in the old yard. Have it depart from there. Yeah, it's a lot of cars. Alright, I'll slack around and downhill. Low rate settled. There we go. Brake pipes coming up. We will need a boxcar on that end because that's the power end. So we'll need a buffer. I think we might have some of those sitting around here somewhere. Alright, we'll let that start drifting. Most of my outbounds I've been putting down there, but I've got this yard choked up. Could shove it in here. I think this is meant more for eastbounds. Yeah, we need to put it over here. Alright, we'll do that. There we go. Now we're slowly rolling downhill. So I need to back of my train past this switch. So I think is it right control divide? No. There we go. It's shift. No. Right shift. There we go. Count down. So we're 3,600 feet long. That counter will count down, then I know the back of my train is past the switch we need to back into. Actually, now that we're clear, we could get the hump going. I need to be stopped to do that. An initial set on. Hopefully that'll keep us around 15. I don't want to get going too fast. But I also don't want to slow down too fast. You can use up all your air if you keep having to apply the brakes. Dirt Road Rider Official. Well, hello back from Missouri. How's it going down there, Southwest neighbor? Actually, we're not slowing down that much, so we need to get some more brakes on. A 15-pound set on. We got 700 feet. Going good? Awesome. $250 feet at 10 mile an hour. It's going to be close. I think we're going to stop too soon. It's been a little hot up here, but not too bad. It's supposed to cool off, I think, Thursday. I'm over just west of St. Louis. Yeah, Branson's a fun place. I don't care too much for Branson itself, but like Silver Dollar City, and there's some other stuff down in there that's fun to go to. Branson's not really my thing. Alright, get the independent on, and let's hop back. We clear the switch. Oh, we cleared the switch. Look at that. Well done. So we need to come back through here. And these are dispatcher controlled. We want to be in. Just come into this one. That'll work. we'll just back into that one. 105. Yeah, it was up in the upper 90s, I think. I'm lucky I get to stay inside in the air conditioning and work. Alright, there we are. Stretched all across the place. We should be lined up, though. Let's double check one more time. Then we're going to back up from the cab. We've been running around outside playing conductor so much. I want to hop in the cab and run from there for a bit. We're just backing into this long track here. So once we hit this crossover, we need to be putting the brake, or maybe even this curve, we need to start thinking about putting the brakes on. All right, you ready, Bob? Here it goes. Start loading her up. Release the train brakes. Start rolling off the loco brakes. We think Jeeps? Not wanting to move too bad, huh? Alright, let's give her all the amps it'll take. Uh-oh. We might not have enough terrain. We might not have enough locomotive. Tell you what, let's bring the amps off of it. Let's make sure we're all pumped, fully released, before we try shoving on it again. Oh, you're inside too? Cool. I used to do construction when I was younger, so I've been there, done that, paid my dues. And no thanks. It'd probably kill me today. Alright, flow's coming down pretty good. Let's take a look at our brake shoes. Looks like we got a good release across there. 97,000 pounds pushing on us. Alright, Bob, I want you pushing. I don't think we were getting wheel slips, so I don't think sand is going to do us any good. I don't think we have enough power. Oh, we're dipping into the red. We moved just a hair. Notch 5. We don't have enough power. See if we can get her moving before we blow something up. It's moving. Barely, but it's moving. We weren't too far into the red. We want to burn up a traction motor. Alright, let's come back down to 4. Alright, well, lesson learned. We probably need 3 locos if we're getting the train this big together. What did we end up with? We ended up with 64 cars. Oh, we're 8,000 tons. Holy crap. No wonder. 0.7 horsepower per ton. We're a heavy train. I don't have enough engine on here. No wonder I could barely move. Well, we are moving. I'm not going to say it's fast, but we are moving. Yeah, we're a little underpowered. I didn't realize exactly how many cars that was. I was thinking it was like 40 cars, but it's over 60. All right, can we get a? I want a back view, not that view. Here we are. Two little Jeeps pushing hard. Bob's nodding off in there. Keep an eye on him. You falling asleep over there, Bob? Let me turn the panel lights off since we changed it back to daylight. How many amps? All the amps. We want all the amps. Ooh, there we go. Just in time for some train action. Yeah, Bob's doing his job. His job is to sit over there and silently judge me. He does that pretty well. Bunch of containers headed somewhere. Yeah, he keeps me honest. My train's not getting away. Oh, there's no rear power on that. Usually those have rear power. Yeah, they're loaded. There it goes. Another one down there waiting. Alright, what's our train doing? Slowly backing up still. We've got a lot of curves too that we're heading into, so that doesn't help any. I don't think we'll have any trouble stopping though when the time comes. Alright, we've dropped in amps a little bit. Let's go up to notch 5. We're dipping into the red. We're kind of just dipping our toes into the red. So there's a key to look backwards. Is it control? Yeah, there we go. We'll stick our head out the window. Right control down arrow. It's really intuitive. It's not us, is it? Bob, are we making funny noises? Uh-oh. Why are we making funny noises? Yeah, it really looks okay in here. This is the trailing power unit. Or it's just making funny noises. Maybe because I overamped it. I don't know. Oh, he doesn't have... Ooh, he does have a train waiting to come in here, I think. So let me get this cleaned up. So yeah, he's going to want that one. So that's how he brings them into the yard. There we go. Sorry, Mr. Dispatcher. My bad. I wonder if that's fans, because it's like got hot. I'm not sure. It's making noises though. Extra noises just started. If we were in one of the newer locos, we could actually look at the digital screen and we could see what the temperature of the locomotive was. I don't think in these old units there's any way to look. Unless it's in the like outside view where you click on it. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Dirt Road, if it's the just extra fans because we're working the engine so hard. It almost sounds like the dynamic brake fans. I mean, they make a noise like that. But obviously we're not in dynamic brake mode. So if I look out Bob's window, there we go. Pardon me, Bob. Alright, so when we come through here, we're going to start slowing down probably, but yeah, I don't think slowing down is going to be an issue. So we'll get this shoved back in there, and then I need to find a boxcar and some road power. And we'll get this thing headed for Mojave. Actually, once I get stopped, I need to get the hump train started. Oh, shoot. There, the right alt, okay. That's the alerter. I couldn't remember what the key was. That's where we're headed into the track, I believe. So make sure we don't slow down too much. Yeah, we're really working. 0.8 horsepower per ton. Good thing we're not on the main line with that. We wouldn't get anywhere. I should have looked to see if we'd fit on this track. Oh yeah, oh yeah, plenty of room. It's one of the long tracks. We're good. Oh, did I have a video where it was 0.8 horsepower? What a noob. Yeah, I think that was because the temperature was up. They just shut off. That's cool. Nice detail. Okay, here we are. We made it. Don't look so surprised, Bob. Good job, Jeeps. These are Jeeps, G40-2s. Working their little hearts out. They got an idiot for an engineer. That should hold in theory. I don't know why the engine sound cuts out. I guess that's a bug. I didn't pull the pin, did I? That would help. Yeah, he's just waiting on retirement. Alright, so we're gonna run these. Actually, let's get the hump going. Bob, you're on your own there for just a second. Now we have the hump yard cleared. Actually get to humping some trains. Whee! So this is an inbound train. Load that up. Right, this is one of, yeah, this is one of my inbounds. And then we need to check. Is the dispatcher bringing one through? He's not bringing one through yet. So we should be able to get this guy in there. Cool. All right, let's buzz down here. He is set for hump. He found the hump and he's been recrewed. So now we just need to get the switches lined up. He should be able to go right into the hump. Coming back from Boron. Oh, was I that low, Darkwind? Gotcha. Sorry, getting caught back up with chat. Alright, should be good. Take it away, Mr. AI. Yeah, there's a pretty steep learning curve, dirt road rider. But if you're into like actual train operations and having a ton of stuff simulated in good physics and full air brake simulation and all that nitty gritty detail, then I mean, Run 8's where it's at. There's nothing else that compares. But if you just want to run some trains casually and you want good graphics, this is not it. This is not that. This is not that game. Alright, that should be good. Just double check one more time. We've got him routed through there. So just so auto doesn't try to take over, I'm just going to lock all those. He is headed into the hump. And this manual switch is good, so yeah. That should be humping. So let's hop back in our train here. Hey Bob, did you miss me? Oh, you got some people that were engineers? Cool. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I don't know a ton about railroading. I just have fun. I'm not trying to pretend like I know what I'm doing. Nope. Good old Bob. You can always count on Bob to be there frowning at you. So we'll move this down here, back it up just a bit. It usually sits parked there, ready for use. Then we'll go look into getting some road power and a buffer car and get that local heading for Mojave. And then by that time, I probably will have to head off to bed, because I do have to work tomorrow. For the new folks in chat, I'm old. I have a demanding career and a family and all that good stuff. And I just kind of stream for fun on occasion. No set schedule or anything. It's usually evenings, Central US time. And I play a little bit of everything, survival, simulation type games. You never know, I might be driving a train or shooting a gun. You just never know what's going to go on. Alright, let's bring her on back. Oops, that was one too many toots there. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically it's a job, but I'm old. I'm a senior IT engineer by day. Work with servers and data centers and networks and all that fun stuff. All that stuff that makes people's eyes glaze over when you start talking about it. And I like to play video games to relax. Alright, let's get our headlight off. And let's see. Should we go ahead and legit shut these down? Let's do it. So if I hop in this trailing unit. Will it let me do that? No, that's locked because of MU, I think. Let's see if I can actually do this from the cab. I'm not 100% sure I can. Put that in isolate. Now can I turn that off? No, that's just locked because we're in MU mode, I think. I think that's all I can do from that cab. Let's pop in my cab. And isolate. These engines, you can't necessarily do everything from the cab. Can't take out the reverser handle or anything like that. Alright, I think that's basically all we can do from the cab. Then we can hop down here. Yeah, it's an isolate, and then we can actually turn off. Actually, if I click that. I'm just curious. Now, can I turn off the generator field? Oh, it does that automatically. Okay. I'm learning stuff. I've been playing this for years. I'm still learning stuff. And let's put the handbrake on and shut the engine off. You don't have to do this. I just like doing this kind of thing for fun. There we go. We are done with that. Relinquish. It's all good, Dirt Road Rider. I mean, it takes all kinds to make the world go around. I've done a lot of different jobs in my life. Construction, computer stuff, obviously. I worked on diesel trucks and trailers, like semi-trailers and trucks, one summer in college. Done a lot of different things. So this guy is headed for Mojave, which is that way. We need a buffer car here between the tanker and the engines. So we need to go grab some road power and a buffer car. And this guy is humping. So one of the features of Run 8 is working hump yards, which is pretty cool. It's all gravity fed. And this will sort the cars based on your hump controller config. So the config I have in there now, if we take a look, each car has a tag on it that you can set. So these are all tagged for their locals. So you can see that's 913J. Got a bunch of those heading out to Trident. 917J heading out to Kernel Oil. So it's now sorting all those into which local they're going to. And then what I was just doing is I had sorted a local into the industries, so it's in the correct order for heading out and switching to industries. So we were just building that train that had been humped. So now it's over here. We need to go get some road power and put on it. That's right, Dirt Road Rider. Better than being a master of none, for sure. I'm wondering, do we need... I'm sure 2 of these guys would do it. So we've actually got road power here we could steal. Technically it ought to go over there and get serviced. So we can pull from the pool. We could take these guys right here. And then where do I have... Don't I have some buffer cars? Sitting somewhere? Or do I not have any of those at Barstow? I might just have to create one. Yeah, I don't think I have any sitting over here. So we'll create one once we get these locomotives popped loose. Yeah, I think we'll take these 2 right here. They're ES44 DCs. Reappropriation. Alright, so I'm going to grab this. So now this whole entire cut that's all coming together is mine, but I obviously don't want... I just want these 2 engines here. So we're going to get... I'll just fire up this one. And then we'll get it uncoupled from there and moved. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to close that. Close that. Disconnect. Pull the coupler pin. You are closed. You guys are open and connected. That'll work. So then if I hop in the cab of here, it's a completely different beast. Bob? Hey, Bob! Bob's with us. It's all going to be okay. Now these, I don't drive these much. I like the older Jeeps. I think these you can actually run. I think you can actually do everything from the cab. If we put that in start. We can actually do everything from in here, I think. Here it's starting. Be more impressive out here. It was dark wind, but these big boys have like 1,000 more horsepower each than the little GP40s, at least, if not 2,000 more. So I think 2 of these will be enough. We'll find out. All right, so we are started. So I can put that in run. We leave that in single middle. That should work. Then I don't know where all the switches are on here. Oh, here they are. Those two up. Get our generator field on. Release the brakes. I'm not used to these, so I'm looking around on the screen, wondering what the heck's going on. Yeah, those are all off, and then there's keys. I don't remember what the keys are to move these screens, but there's all kinds of info on these screens. You can see like the engine RPM and temperatures and all kinds of stuff. I don't remember what the keys are to cycle those screens. So I think we're ready to move. Oh wait, I know one thing I need to do. Hold on. Let's get our independent on. What I'm gonna do is release the handbrakes on these two. There we go. Now we can move. I don't know if you can do that from the cab, so we'll just do it that way. I didn't turn my headlight on. Yeah, we got 2 inches moving. All right, now I need to play conductor and actually flip some switches. And fill back up there so I can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to cut through here, which I think requires... No, that doesn't go out on the main. Should be good here. And then we're going to come through there. Then we're going to cut over. No, we're coming through that. Go straight, and that'll get us down through to here. So I need to lock that and throw it. We should be able to get to our train. The switching is where you get lost. Yeah, it all takes getting used to. Like anything else. Train heading through. Yeah, a little confidence goes a long ways. As long as you're not too cocky. It's all the... Oh, that's the alerter reset, right? Because that's the same key. A little bit of a hill there to come up. Oh, and I need to spawn in a buffer car, don't I? Let's get out of this mess here. Get down here on this track, and I'll just spawn in a buffer car to hook up to. I don't have any sitting over here at Barstow. We're going too fast. We're officially speeding. Hey, it's my railroad. What are they going to do? Fire me? It's kind of a steep hill. Doesn't make for very good passing shots. All right, there we go. So another thing we need to do is switch lead units, which I don't remember exactly how to do. So I'll probably just do that from this menu. Set as lead unit. So now we're controlling from this end, and we're going to back into the train. I need to get a boxcar. So we'll bring up the train maker-upper, you know, because that's fun. I need a boxcar, and I think these 50-foot plates are the old ones, maybe? Can't be too close to anything. Track not clear. There we go. It'll let me put it way down there. Yeah, that should work as a buffer car. Alright, so let's go grab that. Hey Knox, how's it going? Yeah, you're kind of, I mean, I'm playing single player. Obviously, there's servers you can go play on. It's got really solid multiplayer. In single player, you're the master of your own domain. You can do whatever you want. Boom. Alright, I'm just going to go ahead and tag this as buffer. And let's see, I'm going to close that one. Pick up some air hoses. Get some air in this bad boy. So unlike the GP40 I was in, this has electric air pumps. So as far as, I think maybe you can go to notch 1 just for the amps, but it doesn't have a mechanical air pump, so you don't need to go to like notch 4 to pump a bunch of air. Brake pipe's good, and we're filling up the reservoir. Awesome. Take the handbrake off. Oh, my lead unit's actually not started. I forgot about that. So we're basically just controlling it from the cab. I think I even have a headlight on. For shame. Alright, so we're coming all the way down here and hooking up to this bad boy. 3 hobos spawn in. 18 miles an hour. Somebody call the railroad police. This guy is speeding. These messages here are the cars getting humped over there. Oh no, that track is full. That's not good. Alright, stop that. Relinquish my terrain. Run! We're gonna overflow the hump. Oh, those are going to Y back. Are those Kern? They're gonna overflow the track, aren't we? Yep. Alright, relinquish and stop. I'm just gonna have to hard stop that. We got too many tankers going out to Kern Oil. Build up the hump yard. You guys, oh man. Oh, car, you're gonna have to get deleted. I'm sorry to say. So I'm gonna have to do some manual cleanup. Bear with me here. Alright, so that's now my train. Copy player train. And I'm just gonna have to get rid of like a bunch of these cars. Oh shoot, which track was that? I forgot to look and see which track it was. Was it this one? Oh, it's backwards. I think it's track 5. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, it's track 5. Okay. He's doing track 5, and if I do, is it this button? Yeah, there we go. Turn on milepost, so it's this track right here. Now, how are we looking? Oh, I need one more car off there, I think. Yeah, one more car. Here, let's just delete. We got so many tankers going out to Kern Oil, it's ridiculous. And back on 5. You're actually supposed to be on the other track, aren't you? So I need to delete you. You just, because it couldn't switch. So that gondola can get deleted. And like it never even happened. Wait, why are those all... Oh, there's just too many going to those. Because that also includes these guys. Alright. Alright, continue humping there, Mr. AI. Dude, man, always needs supervision. This one does. Is that hump set up on the depot? I'm not sure. I don't play on the depot, so I don't know how they have their... I don't know how they do their stuff. I created these hump configs for my own purposes. Most of them, anyway. Actually, I think way back in the day, I might have started with the depot's hump configs and then edited them. I don't remember. It's been years since I did that. I might have started with the depot's configs though, because they have all that stuff available over on their website. The depotserver.com, I think. They've got some good forums, too. Real good Runette community. All right, that's good. Back to what we were doing. Grab this train again. So I might need to amend that config because there's just so many current oil tankers coming in. Can't keep up with them all. Oh, sorry, Knox. Knox got wrecked. Let's see. Let's fix that. Knox is always in here. We'll add you to the regulars list. There we go. Now Nightbot won't be quite so strict with you, Knox. Sorry about that. Yeah, hopefully that train car I deleted didn't have anybody's Amazon packages in it. Alright, where are we stopped here? As if I had a handbrake on or something. These engines automatically turn the bell on when you blow the horn. Always got to remember to turn it off. Oh, we have another Knox. Welcome, other Knox. It's like at work, we've got like 6 Matts on the team. We have to do first and last names. And hello, welcome. First time chatter. Thanks for dropping in. Coming in hot. Uh-oh. What was that all about? Weird. I'm not sure what that was all about. Okay, we got road power and a buffer on there. See, oh, we're only 1.1 horsepower per ton. Really? Well, was that Dark Wind that was telling me I needed more locos? I thought 2 of these big boys would be enough, but that's going to be... That's 8,000 tons. That's a pretty heavy train. We should stick another engine on there. That's what we should do. So I will just magically put one on there. So let's see. Let's go back to consist editor or train maker upper. Copy player train. Then we're going to delete you. Then we're going to add another ES. We'll get another ES44 on there. And I think if I put it there, it'll add it above it. Yeah, there we go. And we'll also have you reversed. 1.5. I forgot this tells you your horsepower per ton. So I'm not sure if we're fully loaded, but that gets us up to 1.5. That's probably doable. Then we'll plop it back down on the track. Ta-da! Yeah, we needed more muscle. Or if they have a random amount of weathering or something. I thought that was the same loco as that. Interesting. All right, so you have fuel. You have. It puts a random amount of fuel in, so just checking. Let's make sure we don't have any defects. No, looks like we're all good. So that should work. So let's bring up the car tags again. So this is the LOP53. So I want to tag... I'm going to tag this as Mojave, because it's going to Mojave, and it's LOP53. And when it gets to Mojave, we can remove that Mojave tag. And these other engines... Oops, I forgot an L. We'll just tag as LOP53. That's the local. So this all ties into how like the industries and everything work. And the routing and stuff that the automatic dispatcher is on. So now if I do Control L, no. Right Control L. It doesn't do anything. That's fun. Is it because I have that in there? There we go. Hey Dirt Devil, welcome. So now that I've tagged that engine as LOP53, I can bring up my switch list, and it looks at the train, and it knows now, because they're tagged with the industries that they're headed to. It knows, hey, I need to set out all these cars. And then these are actually cars, the pickups. They're cars setting over at these industries that need picked up by this local. So they've been processed by the industry, and they're ready to be picked up. That's a lot of pickups. And then these set outs are what we have in our train right here. And they should be sorted in the right order, which is why I humped that train, so that it's easy to switch. So that's what the tagging is all about. But what I want to do is I want to throw a Mojave tag on there. Can I do it here? No, that breaks. Okay, so it needs to be just that. But that's okay. We will throw an MJ on there so Otto knows where to route it. Then when it gets over to Mojave Yard, we'll have to take that off and it'll be ready to run. So now I can say AI recrew. AI is going to start up all those engines, get everything ready to go, and then should talk to the dispatcher and get headed towards Mojave. I just need to go make sure these manual switches are set back the way they're supposed to be. Like this one isn't. And there you have it. That is the LOP53 assembled, road power added, and it should be getting out of here someday. So he may pull up. I'm not sure if he'll pull up to there and wait. I think he probably will. Yeah, he's getting ready to get on the move. We've got a lot of trains out there. Let me unlock all this stuff because we're done with that. Why is the third engine yellow tagged? That's a good question. Is it based on fuel level, maybe? I'm not actually sure. I can't look at it now because the AI is on it. It may be fuel level, but don't quote me on that. Because they go from green is empty and red is loaded, like for freight car weight. So I'm thinking maybe that means it's lower on fuel, because I think it only had half a tank as opposed to these guys. We could test that theory. We have a couple of those. I'll just stick them here on this track. If I refuel that magically. Yep, it's the fuel level. There you go. Cool. I'd forgotten about that if I ever knew that. And I think they'll turn purple in the cars too if they have a mechanical problem. There's a bunch of different failures that are tracked on the locomotives. It doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. Like I've had traction motors fail. I've had a fuel, is it fuel valve or fuel pump? Put one of these down here to play with again. So we go here and we go to stats. Fuel pump. Yeah, I've had a fuel pump fail before and the engine just shuts down. Different gear ratios are modeled, so some engines are geared for like more for passenger. Some are geared more for pulling. It tracks the engine hours. And I think the more engine hours they have, the more prone they are to failures. So all this stuff here, dynamic brakes, engine oil, alternator, fuel filter, turbo, water, air compressor oil, fuel pump, and then all the traction motors. Any of those can have failures. So pretty cool stuff. Alright, we can delete you. So I thought he would stop down here, but oh no, he's got approach medium, so he's actually getting routed out of here. Hopefully he ends up over at Mojave Yard where he's supposed to go. Yeah, dirt road rider. Let me try that again. Dirt road rider official. Yeah, you can take them over to the engine house. And if they set in here, they'll get fixed over time. Or you can, I think if you just respawn them, they get fixed. There's a way to just fix them automatically. Was that on that screen? Wasn't paying attention. Go to stats. Nope, there's not a... I think you can just delete it and respawn it. I think is how you fix it. Or if you want to, for, you know, for the immersion or whatever, you can actually take them to a yard that has a servicing facility. And if they're on these industries, I think these are considered like an industry. If they're on these tracks, they'll eventually get fixed. I don't remember how long it takes. Same with fuel. If you don't want to just click the refuel button, you can bring them over here to the fuel tracks, and they'll get refilled. So we still got all these trains to get humped. And look at all these tankers. I bet these are all going to Kern Oil. K&O. Holy crap. All these too? Yeah, these are all going to Kern Oil. Wow. We're going to be running tankers forever. We're stopped up again, darn it. Yeah, we just didn't have enough room. Those are all 917, right? No, that's the last 4 cars are not. Oh boy. We pretty much got another train right here ready to head out. I think I've already got a 917J that's... Yeah, we've got plenty of those. I might just actually delete that one. Done. Next. All right, Mr. AI is done humping, so I'll tell him to relinquish. Yeah, there's options like if you don't want to wait for the air to pump up, you can just cheat it in, that kind of stuff. It's kind of up to you to play how you want. There's not like missions or XP. It doesn't hold your hand at all. There's a pretty steep learning curve. But, do I have a command for depot? Let me just try depot. Yeah, there we go. Exclamation Depot. That's a really good Run 8 community. They've got a public server, and then they've got like a private server where you have to like get training and check rides and stuff. They run prototypically. But they've also got forums, and they've got a ton of info like maps and references, and it's just an awesome, awesome website. Huge thanks to the folks over there that provide so much cool stuff for the game. Alright, so I'm going to take control of this, and we're going to get him parked down here. And then I need to head off to bed. Got to work tomorrow. And I'm actually going to take Hump out of his name. There we go. That's a special thing. So if you AI recruit and it has Hump in the name, it'll try to back into the Hump controller. So you want to make sure you have your switches lined up and your Hump controller active and all that good stuff. And I need to grab you real quick. Adulting always sucks. I wouldn't say it always sucks, but it does cut into the game time, for sure. Wish the shadow render distance was a little further out. I've got the graphics cranked up as far as they'll go. This is as good as it gets for this game. All right, bring you back to there. So these guys just sit parked here. Actually, what I should do is probably... No, I don't have all the road power off of any of the other trains. I got a lot of work to do. There's tons of work to do here in Barstow. I think that was the only train I had the road power off of. Sometimes I'll go through, you know, the whole ritual of firing up the road power and uncoupling it and blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I'll just load it up in the consist editor and delete the locos, put it back on the track. Like I said, it's really up to you to play how you want. Kind of depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Alright, that's normally... Yeah, that's normally that line that way, so... Oops. Wrong click. Alright, there we go. Let's relinquish the train. You can just sit there. And let's see, do we need any of these guys? He needs to head to Bakerfield, but that's the 917. I think I've already got... That's the Boron local. That one's ready to go again. Let me bop out to Bakersfield real quick and see. Watch the world spawn in. How are we looking out here? So I think we've got a 9... Do we have a 917? Yeah, we've got a 917 ready to go. We've got room though, so we can get this sent on out, I think. You're 906. I should move these cars. These are outbound cars that I need to send back to Barstow at some point. So I'm going to stick them over on this track. There we go. That'll save me a bunch of switching. All right, so we have a 917 ready to head out. I could send that one over here. So let's get it headed towards Bakersfield. Yeah, bar back. There you go. Get you AI recrewed. You're only 5,800 tons, so you should be fine. So like that tag, bar back, the AI route knows it's going from Barstow to Bakersfield. And that's that. I think is this our train we just made? Yeah, there's our train. Let's watch it roll by, and then I need to head off to bed, folks. Appreciate you hanging out tonight. We'll end the stream with a traditional train roll by. And have yourselves a good one. Hope you have a good rest of the week. And I'll catch you again next time. Take care.